Hello there, welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to do a drawing challenge only using supplies from Five Below, and I actually saw quite a bit there the past couple times I went. So I really wanted to try these things out. There's a manga drawing kit. This 13-piece set comes with markers, fine liners, and a white gel pen. And then I found this sketchbook for $5. I'll get into the quality of the paper later, but it wasn't really my favorite. And then I also found these black fine liner pens, and I guess I didn't necessarily need them because there are a couple fine liners in that 13-piece set, but they did come in handy because I did end up using both. I started with like swatching everything. I did record that at first, but then I cut it out just because it was kind of long and I didn't want to like bore you with that. Since there was a lot of boys on these products, I decided to draw boys. And I normally don't, but I thought today was the day. So this is Yuki Sohma from Fruits Basket, and this one didn't come out like super great in my opinion, but also I hadn't drawn anything in a couple days, so I was just like, okay, let's just, draw something, get it done, and we'll see how it goes with like the supplies and everything. So the fine liners were actually okay. They were fine. No pun intended. They worked just great, like any other fine liner. The issue I had was with the paper, and I kind of had a feeling that was gonna be the issue, just because the paper was pretty thin when I was feeling it, but they didn't really have anything else. They only had like that and like a canvas like for painting, and I wasn't gonna like paint with like fine liners and markers on a canvas because that would just bleed like crazy. So I ended up just getting this sketchbook, even though I knew it wasn't going to be the best quality. So I did get everything that I need from Five Below, but I did not grab a pencil, so I just used one on my own. But they did have pencils there, so it's not like they didn't have them. It's just like I forgot to grab one from there, but I just ended up using one of my pencils from home. I didn't exactly have the correct colors to do this, so I tried my best to kind of like blend these markers out. They do seem like they're alcohol based. I'm trying to find on the package if it says if they are or not. It doesn't look like it says. It just says blending illustration markers. But I know at Five Below they do have like a small little set. If you guys saw my video on reviewing Five Below markers, I think it was a couple months back, those were actually alcohol based and it said it on the package, but for some reason these don't say. But from what I've seen, like with them like blending and like bleeding through the paper, these seem like they are alcohol based. So at least there's that. There was two separate sets at Five Below. There was the one that I got, and then there was another one that had like a bunch of drawings of like females, like anime characters, but those colors were more like bold, and I had a lot of similar colors to those already, so I just ended up getting this set that was a little more like muted and kind of neutral looking, even though like the caps definitely don't match the actual color that comes out, so I would definitely swatch everything first. But yeah, the white gel pen that came in this set is not good. I do not recommend that. I do not recommend the paper. However, the markers were usable, and the fine liners were like any other fine liner I've used. So it wasn't like, super like crappy or anything. I think you could definitely make this work if you got like if you wanted to add highlights. I would recommend just getting like a Uniball Signo gel pen. And then as far as paper, I feel like the better the paper, like, I don't know, the more it'll hold ink, and you can, you know, kind of go ham on what you want to like draw and everything. So I feel like maybe getting like some Bristol paper is good. Bristol paper is really good for like pretty much every medium. It holds a lot of different things. The only thing I wouldn't recommend for it necessarily is watercolor. But Bristol paper is really good with markers. It's good with ink. It's good with pencil. It's good with like colored pencil. So it's pretty good with a lot of things. It's even good with like paint, like acrylic paint, any sort of like dry paint. Like if you're using acrylic paint like how it's originally intended, and if you're using gouache paint without adding too much water, I think it's fine. And you can get Bristol paper at like Michael's, or I've seen it at Walmart as well. I think Walmart has it much cheaper, and if you're gonna get it from Michael's, I would definitely use a coupon. So yeah, that's kind of my rant about the paper. I don't know. I knew it was gonna bleed. I knew it. I was like, I'll just deal with it. It's fine. So yeah, I didn't exactly have the right colors for Yuki, so I kind of like, his hair is like gray, so I kind of like blended a little bit with like the gray marker and the blue marker, and I tried to like blend it out, but it was just kind of hard. Also, I drew Yuki first, and I feel like when I ended up drawing Kyo, that came out a lot better. But like I said, Yuki was the first thing I drew within the last couple of days, so I feel like his face is a bit squashed. I don't know if anybody else sees that, but yeah, that's how I feel. But it wasn't that bad. I actually tried to film a video like a week or two ago, and I was going to review the Kiritake Ganzei Tambi paints, which are kind of like a watercolor, but I totally ruined my artwork because I'm not used to using anything that's like kind of like watercolor, and that's my least favorite medium. So that video got like scrapped, and I might try to like revive it a little bit and like maybe like try to make a video of like, I don't know, like repurposing it or like trying to fix it or something like digitally. I'm still on the fence about that, but I really did like the artwork, and that's what like kind of makes me sad. So I guess case in point is just like, I don't know your medium before you try to use it. I'm always like, oh, I'll just water it down, it'll be fine. But also I'm a very like impatient person, so like watercolors to me are just like awful. It's just the opposite of how I like to work. So yeah. But back to this, I think Kyo came out a lot better. I think I was a little bit more warmed up here. And also I had the right colors for him. I had like the orange, and I had like some browns, and I think it like worked out really well. I kind of thought about maybe just keeping him in this video and not in like getting rid of the Yuki footage, because I wasn't exactly happy with it. But I was like, I'll just include both. I did both today, I'll just include both. So yeah, you can let me know who's your favorite Sohma boy in the comments section. I know this is not a popular opinion, but I've always liked Yuki since I was like a little girl. That was my favorite like character. And Kyo has grown on me as I've gotten older. I honestly, I like both. It was just like Yuki was like my first choice, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. That was just the one I always liked since I was little. So, but yeah, Kyo has grown on me a lot as well. So I feel like both of them are good choices. But I'm just a little bit more prone to Yuki, because like little like 9-10-year-old Sarah, that was her pick. So yeah, Yuki is like, you know, edges him out like a little bit, and I know that's not a popular opinion because most people like Kyo or Hatsuharu, which like I get it. Yeah, I don't know, I like Yuki and Kyo. It's just like, it's hard like when you struggle with what you liked when you're little versus like what you like now. I don't want to like betray my younger self, you know what I mean? But I do like both boys for different reasons. So yeah, I feel like if they like, I don't know, I feel like if they were like one person that like would, I don't know, be like a perfect mix. And this is gonna sound weird, but like my fiance reminds me of both of them. And so I guess that's where that logic comes from. He reminds me of both of them. So that's why I like both. Yeah, I know, it was weird. So, but yeah, I kind of just went over the lines, darkened them up a bit, gave them a little bit of line weight because I didn't have a whole lot of colors to work with. I definitely didn't have a skin tone, and some of these like colors do not like match what they say. Like the one that's called pale cream is literally yellow. The one that's called potato brown is literally that bright orange in Kyo's hair. So yeah, and the white gel pen that comes with the set is not good at all. It literally just like melts into the marker. So the markers themselves are okay. The fine liners are fine. But it's the paper and the white gel pen that are not good. So if you do see the markers and you want to try them out, go for it. They're cheap. They were like $5 for that whole pack. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and let me know what you'd like to see next from me. Let me know who your favorite Sohma boy is in the comments section. That's always a fun debate. But yeah, that was it for today, and I will see you next time. Bye!